Want to go over Cobra III E-mini Nasdaq. This is one of our top strategies. It had an equity peak right towards the end of December the 27th, 28th time frame. Did really well. Nice move higher in this equity curve. Let's look at the periodical returns. 20,770 in 2021. 2022 down 7,500. One of our biggest losers right now. And this is using a $600 stop loss. We're going to go over some different options and setups that would have prevented this drawdown if you should take them. So let's look here. We've had 13 losers in a row. Prior to that, this only goes back to mid-2017, but if you go back prior to that, the maximum consecutive losers is 8 in a row. So we've had 5 more losers in a row consecutively than we've ever had in the history of this system using a $600 stop loss. But we are not at a worst case drawdown back to April of 2017. So if you go back to April of 2017, this is the worst case drawdown right in here in February. This is a little bit lower than that one, I believe. And so in here, right in this time frame right here, is a worst case drawdown. We are not quite at this worst case drawdown. One more losing trade, I think it would be another worst case drawdown. So 13 consecutive losers, but not a worst case drawdown. It's an example of a rapid drawdown versus a slow drawdown. Personally, I'd rather have a rapid drawdown if it meant a rapid recovery, which does not guarantee a rapid recovery. You see a fairly rapid drawdown right here, and then a fairly rapid recovery right here. This is based on extra volatility. Our stop loss is $600. These average ranges are massive and much larger, and so even if we're right on direction, we are getting some of these trades wrong because we're stopped out right here. We would have exited. We exit on the open or at the close of the last bar, the open of the last bar right here. So this trade would have been profitable if the stop loss were larger. If we didn't have a stop loss, we're not going to trade without a stop loss. But if it were larger, we're going to go over a bigger stop loss. We're also going to go over a volatility filter for Cobra III. Right here, it was about stopped out by 14,162. The high was 14,166.50. The stop loss were 100 points higher. It would have been able to hit its $2,900 profit target. This trade, I believe, would have lost 14,130.75. So the low is 14,014, and so it would not have hit its 145 points profit target. This trade would have needed a significantly higher stop loss, bigger than we're willing to use. But some of these trades, I believe this one got in at 15,258.50, and it would have hit its profit target, its $1,400 profit target, had the stop loss been slightly bigger. Right here, this one would have been profitable had the stop loss been slightly larger. So let's look at a slightly larger stop loss and a volatility filter. Cobra III includes a volatility filter. I don't know if you know that. Let's take a look. Let's go in here to Studies, Edit Strategies, and if you come in here and you take a look at the inputs, you can scroll down and you can find a range filter. If you set range filter true, it says that the last 27 bars, which is a day's worth of 15-minute bars, a day session includes 27 15-minute bars, has to be less than 50. So 50 points is $1,000. If you're using a $600 stop loss, you are in a situation here where you're saying the last day's ranges of 15-minute bars is less than 50 points when we have a 30-point stop loss. And so let's take a look at how that filter would have worked. And so it would have called it perfectly. Much better results. It would not have traded. So we would not have traded at all in this year so far. It would have not taken a single trade yet in 2022, and it would have had good results in the past as well. So Another thing we can do is we can look at a larger stop loss. Let's look at a $2,000 stop loss. We changed a tick pullback strategy from a 300 to 2,000. Let's take a look using this without the volatility filters and a $2,000 stop loss. So I'm going to do that. We're going to come in here and set this to false on the volatility filter. Range filter is what it's called. So set that to false. And let's come in here and change the stop loss to 1,200. Or 2,000 actually. Want to match what we did in tick pullback. So you see the results here. Much higher average trade profit. Maximum consecutive losing trades is 6. And $2,000 is a big number, but if you're trading micros now, the micros could be the new minis if we go into exorbitant levels of volatility. And you see it's a pretty good equity curve. It has its normal pullbacks, good drawdown level. Let's look at the periodic returns. Down, it was still down 51.80, but out of 12 trades, it has a 41.67%. I don't think the $600 stop loss version has had any winning trades in 2022. I think it's 0% profitable. It's because of all the massive price movement. Let's look at some of these trades that were stopped out. This one, for example, a $2,000 stop loss would have hit its profit target. This lost, this lost, this lost. Those trades lost. This one would have needed a slightly larger stop loss. This one would not have worked out either way. This hit its $2,900 profit target. Look how small that profit target looks and how much further down it moved in that case. This one needed a significantly higher. This one was profitable. This one was profitable. So a $2,000 stop loss or a volatility filter you could use. And so you could test those back further. This is on more recent data back about 4 or 5 years. So let's look at the results once again. You could also test the volatility filter using, we said 50 points. You could say 30 points because the stop loss is 30 points. So those are some things you can look at in Cobra 3. I'll be looking at that as well for the portfolios and portfolio calculator. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.